Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with a bit of how I color or how I created these no signal TV screens. So I thought it was a really cool effect and I'm just going to show you how I achieved that. So you are going to need a black Posca pen. I'm using 1M or 0.7M. I'm not really sure, but it's not the smallest nib, but the one closest to the smallest. And I'm just going to do a dabble effect. And I took inspiration from this picture that I googled and I really liked how it looked, and I was like, oh, all it is dots, so I can do that. So that's what I'm just going to do. So sorry if my hand is in the way for a bit of this, but I mean, it really couldn't be helped. All I'm doing is making dots and little dabbles, and it's really simple to do. It's really easy, and I'm just filling up the white of the paper, but not entirely all the white, because you do need some white still showing through for the effect to look cool. So I'm just dabbling and dotting the entire TV screen. So as you can see, I just take a step back to look to see where I feel like I should fill in more dots, and I suggest you do the same. Just take a step back, see where you would like more and just go for it. If you want less, you can always get your white Posca out and take out some of the black. If it got too dark for you in some areas, that's always a possibility, but I feel like I pretty much nailed it, so I'm not going to bring out my white Posca, and I'm just looking to see if I need to add any more black, and I decided no, I'm good to go. So now I'm just going to go ahead and draw a straight line right across, and this is for our no signal banner. And again, I'm still using that same Posca, and you just draw 2 straight lines going horizontal and fill it in. So it's not much to it. Next, we're moving on to the second screen that I created. You'll need fine liners, a ruler, just a plain ruler, and white gel pens. So the second screen that I did was very much inspired by this picture here that I found on Google Images, and yeah, it just went with the theme of my picture. And yeah, if you want to see this and me go into detail of why I chose this, it's available in the color along. This tutorial, or how I color, or how I created this, is basically a step out from that color along. I just thought that I would put it as an individual thing that you can look up if you so choose, and again, that's available on my channel, the color along for the wizard. But here I am taking my fine liners and I'm just creating some vertical lines. I'm using my ruler to make sure that I'm getting the thickness of the lines that I want, and then I also would prefer to have straight lines, and I just pretty much follow the color palette that I found on the images when I searched, and I really liked it. Didn't want to deviate too much from it, and I chose to use fine liners because the television screens are super tiny. They may not look like it, they may look like that, I don't know, but they're really tiny, and I just decided to use fine liners. But I'm pretty certain actually that you can use pencil, you could use super tip markers, you could use regular alcohol markers if you want. You can use whatever you want to do this step, but again, I chose my fine liners, and they look a bit streaky, and that's fine because they are wet, but I do go over them again to just smooth everything out. But yeah, it's nothing to it. All you're doing is just using your ruler to measure the thickness of the lines that you want, just trying to keep everything straight, and then you're just filling in your block. Okay, so grab your ruler. We are going to make some horizontal lines so that we can get the bars at the bottom effect. So I'm just going to go ahead and draw my line. It's a bit crooked. I'm going to fix it. Don't worry. I'm one of those people that still can't draw a straight line with a ruler. They exist in the world. I'm one of them. So yeah, I'm just going ahead and making a thin line, and then just drawing my horizontal lines. So here I am kind of filling in this space where I had a gap, because again, I'm one of those people that cannot draw a straight line even with a ruler. So I'm just trying to make everything even, and then I'm kind of freehanding a third line just because I feel like it'll be a cool effect, and I just wanted to see really what it would look like. I was really curious. So I'm just going to go ahead and, like the picture, I am mismatching the colors where they align to give me that no signal effect. I didn't do it on the TV in the upper right hand corner because that TV was partially blocked off and it was really tiny. But I was like, ooh, here's an opportunity for me to do so. So I'm just grabbing whatever fine liner I just pick up and just mismatching the colors so that they are not perfectly aligned. And I'm just making my blocks. That's all I'm doing. And here at the bottom, I realized I had a really big space, but that's fine because the no signal bar can have really wide lines, well, bars, and really thin bars. So I'm just going ahead making thicker bars here at the bottom, still mixing up the colors. Okay, so hopefully you didn't put your ruler too far away. Now we are going to go ahead and draw our no signal bar. Now I'm using a fine liner for it. Usually I've used a Posca, but I was curious again. Curiosity salted the sea snail. I wanted to draw my black bar with a fine liner and fill it in with a fine liner to see what difference it would be. It's just more streaky is what I found out. And that's totally fine because I'm not going for it being perfect. It is a jacked up TV screen anyway, so it should look kind of funny. So now I'm taking my white gel pen and I'm writing no signal. Now you could totally use your Posca paint pen. You could use a really thin paintbrush with white acrylic paint. Whatever you feel like you have that's white that'll get no signal on the screen. So this is just a different one from the other gel pen. I'm just mixing up my gel pens and just seeing how they'll come out. And I believe because I used the fine liner instead of Posca, which is acrylic paint, and the fine liner is ink, this no signal is very dull compared to the upper one that I did first, but that's totally fine because again, they're jacked up TV screens. They're supposed to look wonky. And I'm just going over my letters to see if it's going to make a difference where they can be a bit more opaque. But this has been the tutorial, the step out from my color along. I really hope you enjoy. You can check out the color along on my channel under a playlist called The Wizard of Oz, The Wizard. And I just thought that I would individually share this if you were so inclined. I thank you for watching. I hope you can apply this in your colorings. There is no need to tag me or anything, but if you try it, I would like to see your picture. I always leave my Instagram in the description box below. And like I said, hope you enjoyed. Hope you find it helpful, that you took something away from it. Take care, and I'll see you in my next video.